clear-cut. Charles come down on Sussexes as Saucy Harry shake hands with writers to smear royal. A new book claims that Prince Charles speculated about the skin tone of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's future children, and unwittingly triggered the rift between the couple and the British royal family. This is according to a well-placed source in author Christopher Anderson's book Brothers and Wives, Inside the Private Lives of William, Kate, Harry and Meghan, out Tuesday. The source reported that on November 27, 2017, the same morning the engagement of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle was officially announced, Prince Charles mused to his wife, Camilla, "I wonder what the children will look like." The insider said that Camilla was somewhat taken aback by the question and replied, "Well, absolutely gorgeous, I'm certain." Lowering his voice, Charles asked, "I mean, what do you think their children's complexion might be?" A spokesperson for Prince Charles told the Post, "This is fiction and not worth further comment." A spokesperson for Harry and Meghan did not respond to requests for comment. Anderson stops short of claiming that Charles is the unnamed senior royal whom Harry and Meghan, whose mother is black and father is white, sensationally accused during their shocking interview with Oprah Winfrey. In the March broadcast, Meghan said there were concerns and conversations about how dark her and Harry's son, Archie's skin might be when he was born. Those were conversations that family had with Harry. The author presents the matter as if Charles' curiosity was seized upon and twisted by scheming courtiers who gave it a racist spin. According to Anderson, by the time the recycled account was heard by Harry and Meghan, it had reached toxic proportions. Anderson points the finger at a group of high-level palace advisors known as the Men in Grey. The question posed by Charles was being echoed in a less innocent way throughout the halls of Buckingham Palace, Anderson writes, describing the whispers of an elitist clique whom the Brits term the Old Boys Network. Their gossip focused on how the royals would look to the rest of the world once African-American blood became part of the mix. The book also reveals Harry's frustration after he complained to Charles, who, according to another insider, told the prince he was being overly sensitive about the matter. This unsympathetic view was shared by William, who allegedly called the skin tone comment tactless but not a sign of racism within the family. Indeed, after Harry went nuclear with his accusations on TV, the older prince publicly stuck to his guns. "We are very much not a racist family," he told reporters. A spokesperson for William had no comment. A source denied the conversation ever took place and royal lawyers were understood to have been alerted. The book's allegations emerged hours before the BBC Tonight Show's the second part of its controversial documentary The Princes and the Press, presented by Republican Amol Rajan. Palace insiders poured cold water on US-based Anderson's knowledge of deeply private exchanges between Charles, 73, and Camilla, 74, on the day of Harry and Meghan's engagement. One insider added, "The claims are utterly ridiculous. There is more of a concern that commenting on it will simply sell more books than actually damage Charles' reputation." Royal author Ingrid Seward said, "I think Charles would be very irritated and annoyed by this sort of claim because the last thing he is racist. If he made the remark, I'm sure it was in a perfectly innocent way, as anyone would ask about the birth of a child and how the baby would look. I think he would be surprised someone could attribute such a sentence to him, and I'm pretty certain Charles doesn't even have breakfast with Camilla." Despite the fierce show of loyalty from Charles' side, Harry and Meghan's team did not respond to requests for comment. Buckingham Palace said last night, "We don't comment on books of this kind as to do so risks giving it some form of authority or credibility." Meanwhile, Mr. Anderson also alleges Harry reacted with fury when William questioned the speed of his romance with Meghan. He claims William, 39, told his younger brother in September 2017, "Why rush things?" But Harry replied, "Who the hell do you think you are?" Mr. Anderson says William enlisted his uncle, Earl Spencer, to try to slow down his brother's relationship with Meghan.